At Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Play action now. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On play action. Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Again, it's Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston. And this is a beautiful throw right here.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A first down carry for Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17.
He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
That one complete to Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Off the play fake, Winston. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Winston. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, It's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Throws the big fellas up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Tannehill. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. David Onyemata. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Open man is Hill, he's got it. And some room to roam now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Open man is McMath. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Off play action, Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And running with power here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to train.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Following the interception, Winston. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
He's going to let it go again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there just before halftime. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Winston to give, it's Kamara. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here we go with Kamara. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. Fighting through. First down and much more for Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Tannehill. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
A give. This is Kamara. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Winston. That's caught by McMahon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal, New Orleans.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Try to pound it in, Kamara. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Kamara trying again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw, Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for the Titans. On 1st down, Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Henry running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Well, on 1st down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying.
Kamara has it stripped. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
He is going to find Hill here. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. This will go to Henry out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A big offensive explosion helped